Hey everybody, it's the Obscure Reference Show!
With Drew!
That was weird. With Miles!
Hello!
And with me, Drew! So, what's going on this week, guys? We got big news. Big news. Big news. Wait for it. Wait. Build tension. Build tension.
I don't know where you're going with this.
Okay, go now. Now.
Okay,
All
so...
right. No, Miles, wait.
No, I got this.
Shut up, Miles.
I am not afraid to admit when I'm wrong, and...
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Well, no, because I have been kind of a little blasé about Destiny. Well,
Ooh.
especially when you guys told me on the show that it was mostly an online-only game, so I completely wrote it off. Drew was kind enough to share his beta code with me.
And me, too.
Yeah, and I don't know how he got so
Miles,
many.
you were kind enough to share your alpha code with Mike, so I feel like
I know.
And actually, Mike shared his beta code with you before I got the chance to share a beta code with you.
Oh, okay.
And Mike, by the way, who is not here this week, sadly, if he's actually watching Captain America 3 right now.
2.
2. Why do I keep saying 3?
Probably because you have Avengers 3 on the brain.
Probably. Anyway, moving
But
on.
so...
Definitely.
I don't think I've been more wrong about a game before, and I have definitely drank the Kool-Aid on Destiny.
Yeah.
That game is amazing.
Yeah, no, I mean, they can't say it in the promotional materials when they were at E3, but it's Halo and Borderlands combined. It's those two games. There's not tons of other wiggle room, but it's the best parts of both of those games.
Yeah.
I just got so many Halo bits from.
But the best parts
the
about Halo.
Yeah, no, the multiplayer aspect of Halo 1 and Halo 2, which were, I never owned an Xbox, but I've played those two games probably more than most of my PlayStation games. Because they're great multiplayer action.
Well, now I also honestly see why Drew was talking about, this game is for me. What he was talking about himself, but I feel the same way, in a sense.
Yeah.
And
Hello.
there's... I feel like someone's playing the episode at some point.
Sorry.
Okay. I wasn't going crazy. I thought I was on David
I didn't
But no,
know
there are aspects, because it has
So, apologies.
this really wonderful mythology that's already kind of seems really deep. And it's got some cool post-apocalyptic stuff. And it has, really smooth gameplay.
Yeah, I was a little worried that there would be some sluggishness, but I mean because that will really hurt first-person shooters, particularly a multiplayer game. But
Like Killzone.
Yeah,
Well, and that's the thing that for Patrick, he's playing it on the PS3, while the rest of us are playing it on PS4.
and I got to say the graphics definitely don't look super amazing, so I'm very excited to announce I am getting a PS4, and I will be playing this game come
September 27th.
September 9th.
Is it 9th?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. If I have to wait till the 27th, I will go insane.
Oh, I thought it was 9/27.
No. Gosh. Oh my God. Please tell me you're joking. Someone
No,
Google this.
That's what I thought it was. But no,
September 9th is when it comes out.
Oh,
okay.
Thank you, Drew. Yeah, no, it comes out like right around my birthday. I'm very excited because I'm also going to be off from school for like 2 weeks right there. That will be nothing but playing video games.
And I have to say, I was a little worried when Drew had told me that it was strictly all online, but it's this seamless world that it's not invasive, and even on levels like the Devil's Devil's Brigade or whatever it is, Devil's Breach.
Devil's Breach, I think. I can't remember what it's called.
Where it's like the boss level that it's the last story level you can play in the beta.
That's a Devil's Lair.
Devil's Lair, yeah.
Lair.
where you team up with 2 other players. I never felt like it was something that was invasive or even hindering on my gameplay.
That was a lot of fun, actually. I've done that like 2 or 3 times now.
Oh, me too.
See, that's the funny thing. I've only done it once. I did it once in the alpha, and I did it, which I didn't finish, and I finished it in the beta because I only wanted to play with people that I knew. So I played with Mike and a guy that he knew. So we all kind of had at least some sort of connection. I did not play with anybody that was
strange.
Trying to say yes,
Can I ask you, Drew,
no strangers.
Did you guys is there like a voice chat option?
It's built into the PS4, so it was on the PS4's system-wide voice chat.
Okay, yeah, I can't wait to play that with you guys.
I need to get a headset because I've seen people with like the little chat box over their heads with like the ellipses, and I know they're trying to talk to me, but I don't have a headset. So
Miles, you have a headset. Wherever your PlayStation 4 box is, you have a headset. It is a crappy single earbud mono headset.
Oh yeah, I think I threw that out.
I even told you about it the other day. It looks like this. It is.
Oh yeah.
It's terrible. It's awful. But it is in fact a headset. I will. This game is going to be the excuse for me to get an actually decent headset for once, which I've never owned for a gaming console.
I am going to be picking up Destiny, getting it on the release, but I'm also pretty excited to finally get to play The Last of Us, which is getting re-released this coming Tuesday for the PS4 with like all the extra like downloadable content stuff kind of built in.
Yeah, I still need to play that too, and I think if I'm going to play it, I'm going to play the PS4 version. I'm not going to spend money on it right now because I've been buying other games.
Yeah, but I'm very excited about Destiny. I've been playing it a lot. Been playing a lot of the Crucible.
I am so bad at the Crucible, and I don't understand it because I feel like I'm shooting at them more than they're shooting at me, and they're still killing me really quickly.
What character are you playing? What weapons are you using?
Warlock.
Oh. They have, they're like the weakest armor-wise, right?
Maybe.
Something like that. I think the big thing for me is learning how to play multiplayer, because I keep just trying to run and gun, and this seems like a not a run and gun kind of game in the Crucible. I've only been in the Crucible like 2 or 3 times, so I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination, and I am also terrible at it. I think if I was just to camp in one place, like to guard an access point, because Crucible in Destiny is sort of a capture the flag mode,
which I like.
Well, yeah, no, the control is actually the majority of the points come from kills, but you get more points the more flags you have when you kill people. So I think technically you could probably win the game with just 1 flag the entire game if you have the most kills. Because I've definitely played on teams where we've just captured like the B installation and had like insane, super snipers on our team that took out the entire enemy team the entire time. I started playing Miles with a Warlock and was getting my rear end handed to me, even though they have like some of the best like area effect damage and grenades and stuff like that. Most powerful grenade for sure. But then I made a Exo Titan character and went back after I got to level 7 with him and racked up. I was doing really well. You gotta get a sniper rifle. They're so powerful, and I started using the heavy weapons in multiplayer a lot more. Great choice. I hate getting KO'd by a rocket launcher, and I'm being like, you know what? I should probably use a heavy weapon once they drop them down.
Well, it's funny to me because I've gotten a lot of other people excited about the game because they're like, Miles doesn't play shooters. He does not actively like shooters at all. So the fact that he's excited about one kind of makes me want to check it out. And it's not that I inherently don't like shooters themselves. I grew up playing them. Duke Nukem, Doom, Quake. It's just I didn't like Call of Duty games, even from the beginning. I don't care about Battlefield, so a lot of the shooters and stuff just don't appeal to me, but Destiny actually does appeal to me. And I initially liked the Halo series, so I've got no problem with Halo.
I like Bungie. Bungie's been a good company for a very long time. I'm really interested to see what story elements they're leaving out, because we have a lot more story in the beta, but I still feel like there's some story that we're not getting yet.
I think I
That's what
think
I'm
you're right,
crossing my
because there
fingers for.
are parts in the levels that you can't even explore because you got some knights guarding it that are immune to anything you put in them.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, there's.
It took me about half an hour to figure that out.
There are, however, and I discovered this today reading an article online, 5 golden chests in the beta.
Yeah, I
hidden
found
around.
a couple just random.
Yeah, I found 2
I
of
did
them
too.
just wandering around.
There were only 2 of them that I had to go out and actually hunt for, just because I hadn't explored that section real well. But when you get all 5, you get an upgraded Sparrow.
Oh,
nice.
That's faster, has higher durability, and has a cool little quick cornering move you can do with it.
You know, and that was one angle that I really liked a lot, because once you got the Sparrow, I was actually impressed how well it drives.
Just go out there and get this one, because it's fun.
Yeah,
No,
no,
but
I'm pretty excited about that. I'm wondering, because you can also upgrade your spaceship.
Yeah.
Like, what benefit that will have? Because I haven't seen that in, like, game mechanics.
Well, and that's the other thing. You clearly see on your default spaceship weapons. I'm wondering if at some point there's going to be some sort of
Space battle
that we haven't talked about.
Don't even go there, Drew. That would
But
be.
I have seen one person playing online that had, because you can go to the shipwright in
you can buy it.
thing, and you can buy what effectively looks like the ship that's crashed that you go and investigate in one of the early missions.
I think the one thing I'm wondering, and I know we've talked about this via chat, is whether or not you'll get to keep your levels.
You will not. Why do you keep asking this, Miles? You won't keep your levels. You're not going to keep your levels. You're not going to keep your levels. You are not going to keep your levels. The only thing you're going to keep from beta to live game is not your levels, but if you play starting on Saturday, you're going to get a special emblem that signifies that you're in the beta, and that's the only thing you're going to get.
And I'm working on Saturday, so I can't get it.
But Drew, will your level progress be saved from the beta to the regular game?
You're not going to get to keep your levels.
Oh my goodness, really?
You're not going to get to keep.
What about your character? Will they save your character settings?
You're not going to get to keep your character. You're not going to get to keep your levels.
So that's a bummer.
Oh well. I'm actually pretty excited to play through the beginning of the game again.
I know. I'm excited about it too, and I'm sure we'll get more story stuff that way, like a better, not a better, but a more different opening sequence.
Patrick in the chat room brings up a good thing. I've been meaning to check Destiny out, but I kind of want to stay away from the beta so I don't get worn out before it's even released. The beta is short,
very short,
but I've replayed those same levels over and over and over again.
At least 3 times. You got 3 different kinds of characters.
But even then, I've played the same levels over and over again, even on the same characters. Sometimes with the difficulty bumped up.
Oh man,
I don't know what it is about this game that I just can't.
Yeah, and the fact they're taking it away, was it the 27th?
Yeah, it's Sunday. It's coming up. Then we gotta wait till September.
Gonna have to play Borderlands and/or Halo, like on 2 computer screens at the same time.
Halo Lands.
Yeah, that will do.
But yeah, I've never been so happy to be so wrong about something, because I love.
No,
Destiny.
I knew when they at the first E3 that they announced this that it was going to be something pretty special, which was like a year and a half ago.
Well, I mean, I think everyone who listens to our show, and you guys know that I was kind of not down on it, but I was kind of shrugging it off. So I was like, this game is amazing.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you're going to get it on anything, the PS4 seems kind of like the system to get it on.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that's just Sony's marketing machine in action, but it's a Bungie game, so you'd think Xbox, Microsoft, but it was debuted at a Sony event.
Well, they never even announced it for Xbox until after the first E3, I think.
No, I mean, we all knew it was coming multi-platform. It was just a matter of
but it was presented by Sony first, which was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, so it's going to seem more like a Sony game, and
well, it was a bigger deal just because Bungie has been so tied to didn't Microsoft buy Bungie at some point?
Well, they bought out the Halo franchise. From
Yeah, they definitely did that.
And then they took them off of Halo 3. and people did not like Halo 3 as much as 1 and 2.
Imagine that.
No, Halo 3 was still Bungie, but the rest of the Halos weren't.
Oh, yeah, I never played.
Halo 3 still wasn't that great.
Yeah.
I liked Halo ODST. I think
I never
that was a
played
good game. It was good. I have a copy of it now that Patrick gave it to me, but I haven't popped that one in the system yet.
Can we change topics from video games because we've been on
Yeah.
this?
Yeah,
we're actually getting a call in, guys.
Here we go.
We're getting a call in from a special caller. You may not, my connection, because I'm the one making the connection, may disappear. So you may not hear me for a few minutes, but we do have a special guest joining us. Let's see what he has to say.
I'm so excited. I can barely contain myself.
I'm a little worried.
Unprecedented in obscure reference history.
No, it's not.
What's going on there, chaps?
Oh,
hello.
hey. How's it going? How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine myself, but I've received reports that you boys aren't necessarily on the up and up. That you might need to meet the daring dog detective, that canine that fights crime, Phineas Q. Buttsniffer, police dog.
And why, Phineas, would
Here we
you would think we are not in the up and up?
Oh, I've heard things. I've done some digging, mostly in backyards.
I don't have a backyard.
Yeah, where is Miles in particular hiding his dirty secrets?
Who knows? I haven't gotten to sniff him, and he certainly hasn't given me any treats.
What, Thaddeus?
Phineas.
Phineas.
I'm sorry. How are you?
Phineas Q. Buttsniffer, police dog.
Oh, all we're seeing from you is an anthropomorphic picture of a dog in a coat. Is this? Are you an actual detective dog?
Of course I'm a detective. I'm that canine that fights crime, that daring dog detective, Phineas Q. Buttsniffer, police dog. You need to pay more attention.
What
I'm so
crimes
confused.
have you solved exactly, Phineas?
I've solved many crimes, many crimes. Why, once this little, I don't know whether she was a Pekingese, but she certainly had some Pekingese or Shih Tzu in her. She walked into my office. Oh, she wasn't in heat, but I was getting hot under the collar, if you know what I'm saying. Her sister had gotten in trouble with this German Shepherd downtown named Rex. I did some digging. I collared her from an illegal mining operation, but the judge only gave him 7 to 10 years.
In dog years or human years?
Oh, that's a death sentence. Dog years. That's only a couple months, I feel like, in human years, right?
My mother was born a bitch. What's your excuse?
He's evading the question altogether.
That's just mean. All right, I need to get back to this. Do you have some kind of credentials that we can see? Like, how are we just supposed to take it on faith that you are a detective?
And a butt sniffer.
I'm that daring dog detective, Phineas Q. Buttsniffer. What
Yeah,
more
you
proof
keep
do you
saying
need?
that, but where are your credentials?
If you want to talk to my chief, go right ahead.
Who's your chief?
The chief of police. But don't worry, he's all bark, no bite.
I'm sure he is all bark.
So Phineas, what brings such an esteemed canine as yourself to our show tonight?
I've heard that you boys haven't necessarily been on the up and up. That
Yeah, you said that before, but what exactly have you heard? I mean, what do you say?
I've heard that you guys don't necessarily play along with jokes.
Yeah, Miles. All right, so I admit it, Mr. Detective Buttsniffer, sir, that I've been doing nothing but hiding bones in my backyard. Human bones. I've been killing people and burying them in my backyard. Is there any way that you can see to help me out of this legal jam?
Looks like I'm going to have to send you up the river.
No. You don't have to do that. I'm just saying that was a.
I've heard reports about you, even reports from across the pond at my boys in Scotland backyard.
Oh, I'm an international crook. Is that what you're telling me right now? I'm wanted in other lands.
Look, you want dog detective funds? I've got them. You want to solve crimes? I've got that too. They're coming for you.
So are you set on putting Patrick in the pound?
He's going right in the kennel.
Well, that doesn't seem fair at all. Like
Whether he gets pounded or not in there, that's up to him.
He's gonna be a regular pound puppy.
All right, that's not ruin our childhood here, Miles. We're all having fun, but pound puppies are adorable. Jeez. All right, so Miles,
That's
what did
sick.
you do?
Thank you.
Yeah, let's not bring the puppies into this. Miles, what did you do to bring the fuzz down on us? I made a pun too, fuzz. Like dog fuzz.
I
What are you
have
trying
no
to
idea
say?
what I could have possibly done. I am a law-abiding citizen.
You look like a scurrilous character. I heard you've been spending time down at the docks with Russian sailors.
Which is illegal in 1950s dog
Well,
world.
someone has to keep an eye on him.
Ooh, double agent.
Don't hand me crap and tell me it's kibble.
Miles, are you saying you work for like immigration services?
That's right.
Are you a border collie?
And I haven't seen this Scottish dog's papers. Yes, I am a border collie.
Thank you.
No one said I was Scottish.
You did.
I know the real reason I'm here is I need you two to prove to me that you're on the up and up, that I have got nothing to worry about. You prove that to me, and I'll be on my way.
I mean, can we make
Well,
some
I
kind
do
of-
have symbols of justice permanently inked onto my skin.
Let's see.
They're right here.
That looks like
Tattoo-
gang signs to me. But
Tattoos
but
normally
separate.
do look like gang signs, but I'm going to let you go.
So are you saying that the Batman is a gang?
I'm willing to give you the benefit of the snout.
Damn it. God damn it.
Where do you think that was coming from, Miles? Come on.
I know.
Yeah, I'm sorry I can't make that promise, Detective Butt Sniffer. I'm definitely up to no good. I'm spurious.
Yeah, Dexter in the chat room says that Phineas does have a bone to pick with us.
Oh, yes.
Well, that's it, Patty. If you got nothing to say, I'm going to have to take you downtown.
I mean, surely there
You'll
can
have
be
to drive.
some...
I'll have my head out the window.
There's got to be some way that I can convince you not to turn me in. Is there something that you want besides justice?
Well, he does like
Do-
sniffing
do you-
butts,
do you ha- do you
so
have
I
one
think
of-
you have to moon the camera.
Do you have one of those bones?
I mean, I can get you the bone. I mean, where are you located? Do you want me to, like, overnight it, or...
I'll find you. You don't worry about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'll draw you a map. They are well buried, though. I'll have to,
He wants to
I'll
chew
have
on
to
your
start.
bone, Patty.
It's okay. I'll sniff around, see what I can dig up.
All right. I mean, I promise not to do it again. That's all I can say.
That's going to have to be good enough for me. Until next time, you keep on the right side of the law and the right side of my paw. I'm Phineas Q. Butt Sniffer, police dog.
Thank you.
Thank you, Phineas.
Well, that was weird.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Drew, you fucking missed it, dude.
Yeah, we got interrogated by a dog.
What kind of dog? That's
Where did you go? We're trying to do a show here,
messed up.
man.
The connection messed up. I have no idea what just happened.
That's
Wait a
really
minute,
not
wait.
Professional.
Drew wasn't here, and the dog was. And as soon as the dog leaves, Drew's here.
I've got it. Drew hates
Drew
dogs.
owns the dog. That's it.
We went in the complete opposite direction of that, Miles.
You guys are weird.
So this week, Brian Lee O'Malley released Seconds. His follow-up to Scott Pilgrim.
Miles, like, alrighty then, so. All right, yeah, now give us your pitch for
No, this week Brian Lee O'Malley released Seconds. It's not a serialized series like Scott Pilgrim. It's
Are
a
those human seconds or dog seconds?
oh my god. It's 300 plus pages graphic novel. It's a completely different vein than Scott Pilgrim, but it still has some of the same. There's a lot of like inside jokes if you've read the Scott Pilgrim series, but it's more of a suburban fairy tale, and it's really well done. He had both Scott McCloud and Guillermo del Toro as blurbs on the back of the book, giving him.
It's not available digitally yet, which is why I haven't picked it up. But I'm excited. I read some reviews, and they seem positive.
Yeah, it's really solid. It takes a little bit for it to get started because it's not as crazy and like weird, nerdy like Scott Pilgrim is, but it's definitely got an interesting story to tell, and I like the fact that even though it's about a girl, it's still semi-autobiographical because like Scott Pilgrim he started when he was in the early 20s, and this character is like 29, about to be 30, so he's kind of like Kevin Smith with Clerks and Clerks 2, kind of chronicling like how it feels to be stuck in a rut at this age and how it feels to be stuck in a rut at this age, and it's really well done. It's all in color, huh?
Also, Zach Braff, who's got a new movie out.
Yeah, it's not playing here, and I wish it was.
Garden State 2 Kickstarter.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, it was really solid. I liked it a lot. So I mean, if you're a fan of,
What are you doing?
Whoa,
to your
what is
microphone?
happening
Stop
here?
it. Ugh.
my mic fell because I put the book down and it knocked the mic over.
Is your tell us, is your microphone drunk?
No.
Has it been sipping on it? The gin and juice.
But yeah, it's really good. Shut up. I'm ignoring that completely.
So, Patrick, do you have a game for us tonight?
No,
I still have things to talk about.
Oh my God! Shut up, Miles. I have so many things to talk about. I've been trying to get a word in edgewise between you three, Drew, Miles, and this dog character, which makes no sense.
Wait, the guy was a dog?
He was half dog, half human. I don't know how we didn't get to the fact that he was obviously like some kind of rocket raccoon genetic experiment. But I have to change my pants. I've literally pooed myself, which he enjoyed, oddly. I think he could sense the fear in me. I just really want to quickly go over what I got in Loot Crate this month. I've been talking to you guys for the last 3 months about it. It was a villain-themed month, and the shirt was a Joker shirt. Yeah. And it's Joker as Loki.
Oh, that's cool.
And it says Jokey, which I thought was very funny. And then also I have big news, which I don't think I mentioned on the podcast last week, but I work in a location where a film crew has taken the rights to film over this next week. The movie is a sequel to a comedy film based in Boston. It came out a couple years ago called Ted. It's Seth MacFarlane, and have you guys seen Ted?
No.
I've seen the ads for it, but I haven't seen the movie. I heard it was funny. At least people seem to like it.
It was really funny. It's Marky Mark, Mila Kunis was in it, and then Seth MacFarlane plays a talking teddy bear. The first one was really funny, and they're filming the second one this summer, including my workplace, and pretty stoked because I found out today that they're filming for like 30-something hours next week, and it might end up being like 5 to 15 minutes of the actual film, which is pretty cool.
So will you be in the movie?
Yes, I'm actually starring in.
Well, no, but like, will you be like in the background somewhere, or?
No. They are doing. It's so weird. So they're doing an open casting call in my town this Saturday, and I think it might be for some extras for the film. But the main thing they also asked for was people that want to dress up like superheroes or comic book characters, and supposedly it's to entertain crowds that like come to the set when they're shooting. Like they're just gonna have people dressed up like Spider-Man and Batman like out there talking.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was a little confused by that. I was, regardless, it's gonna be crazy next week at work. But I am going to. We have the library where I work has built into the contract that we have to have an employee like on the shoot and the construction like at all times to make sure they're not breaking something. So I will get to be on set probably at least for like 4 hours next week. I'm gonna
That's awesome, though.
finagle my way in and talk to Mark Wahlberg and be like, "What happened to The Happening? Like, where I was with you."
No, you don't mention The Happening.
Oh, I'm totally gonna shut him down.
You just pull out your phone and you say hi to your podcast for me.
And just repeat, like not even say repeat it back. Just be like, say hi to podcast for me.
Say hi to podcast for me.
Well, I mean, even if I don't get that, I'm going to pretend that I do and do my Wahlberg impression and send it in to you guys.
Is your Wahlberg impression better than your Vladimir Putin impression?
Oh my god, it's definitely not. And nothing can be as bad.
Okay.
You should still get on the show. Just say, I have a show. It's up and coming, and we'd like to have you on it.
Yeah, it's up and coming. We have a grand total of 4 people that watch us on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing that he has more important to do than that.
Oh, clearly he has to make cinematic magic like Transformers 4.
Mark Wahlberg is actually pretty cool. His supposedly his bodyguard is from the town in which I work, so he's like donated money to like children's programs in the town. Like, not even like making a big deal out of it, I guess. He's a pretty awesome dude. He gives a lot back, supposedly, like him and his brothers to Boston and the surrounding.
Is there a Wahlburgers in Boston?
Yeah, I think the original Wahlburgers.
Have you been there, and is it good?
I have not been there, but it would have to be pretty amazing to beat out. There are a lot of great burger places in and around the city.
Somehow I don't believe you, Patrick, just because when I went up there was like no Mexican food to speak of.
Oh, no.
And I saw like no burger places either.
Oh, there's tons of burger places. There's no Mexican food. Like, that's something where we grew up, obviously, in the South. There was like a Mexican restaurant all over the place.
Every block. I lived in a place until one of them sadly shut down that had 2 Mexican restaurants in the same shopping center.
So, yeah, that's the thing. You can get that great down there. Where we live, particularly in Spartanburg, SC, there was a huge Thai population, it seemed like, because there were a ton of amazing Thai restaurants, too.
There were a ton of good Thai restaurants in Spartanburg.
There's good Thai up here, but I don't think it's as good as what we had in college. I mean, if you want to get some great Ethiopian food, some awesome Greek food, there's a lot of insane stuff up here.
You want to get some delicious Irish food?
Why is that funny?
You know why it's funny. Just move on.
I don't understand.
Anyway,
right, so moving on.
Let's talk about something more interesting than any of this, guys.
I saw Tron Legacy for the first time this week.
How is that more interesting than
I
they're
said
filming
more
a
interesting,
movie?
Miles.
I thought that movie was amazing. I loved it.
Oh, it was pretty good.
I don't understand why people didn't like it.
Well,
I have no idea what people thought of it, but I assume because there's not a new one out yet that people didn't like it. But I really liked it a lot.
Yeah, actually, so the weekend that came out, there was another Jeff Bridges film in theaters. It was either the one he won the Academy Award for, Crazy Heart, or maybe True Grit came out at the same time. But he had like 2 films.
It came out around the same. No, True Grit was later.
Yeah, I definitely saw both in the theater, but at the time there were 2 Jeff Bridges films out, and I think me and my dad were just going to the movies, and we flipped a coin between those 2, and it came out Tron Legacy, and I really enjoyed Tron Legacy.
I mean, I enjoyed it too. The music was the best part, though. I mean, that's the thing.
I loved
The Daft Punk soundtrack was fantastic for Tron Legacy.
I listened to that all the time.
Creepy, youngified Jeff Bridges Uncanny Valley thing will haunt me for the rest of my life, no matter how good the movie is. That creepy Jeff Bridges maquette or whatever that was, that CG Bridges face, is so creepy. It is the epitome of Uncanny Valley.
Yeah, that beginning of the film where it's like him in the past, but when it was Clue, it didn't seem that bad because there was
I agree. And
interference going on.
No, I did feel like the world could have used a little bit of building, and the character development could have been a little bit deeper. But by and large, I really enjoyed everything that happened. I thought the movie looked great. The soundtrack was amazing. I immediately downloaded it.
This is how I understand that Tron Legacy flopped. And I think it made its money back. I don't know. Maybe
it did. It made like $400 million. It only cost $170.
But so the year before Tron Legacy came out at Dragon Con, which is probably one of the biggest cosplay conventions. It's a bigger cosplay convention than Comic-Con. I know, whatever you're going to say, Comic-Con people, Dragon Con has a bigger cosplay contingent.
I would agree with that.
The year before, there were like several Tron Legacy inspired, based on like preview images and teasers and trailers, Tron Legacy cosplay people. So, and we had done and continue to do the Dragon Con photo hunt every year. And so the next year we were like, oh, there are going to be so many Tron Legacy cosplayers. It's going to be crazy. Everybody's going to be neon, black light, whatever. Which, by the way, you do not want to use a black light at a convention.
No.
Not a good idea. There were none. Not a single one that I saw that entire convention. And that's how I knew that when even the nerds didn't like.
Well, and it's so weird to me that people can like. I don't know if it's business-wise considered a failure or not, but the movie made $400 million.
It probably cost like 270 with like all the marketing and stuff, but they made well over 100 million. It was
and I mean
pretty successful.
And partially because I've always loved the style of Tron. Like, I think the style is so cool. And maybe this is one of those things that I really like a lot. But the idea of getting stuck into a video game world is just awesome.
Maybe they just can't afford to get Daft Punk to do the soundtrack again, so they don't want to do another movie.
From what I hear, the last I heard is that they have a script and they're shooting to like try to have something announced by 2015. That was in March of this year.
I mean, I thought it was a decent movie. I didn't think it was the most fantastic movie I've ever seen. It was visually very stunning. The music, as we've said like 8 times on the show, so that now that it's become uninteresting, was fantastic. But I don't really know much about the first Tron. I've never seen the first Tron.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, I guess. I've seen Tron Guy on the internet a lot with his visible package, which creeps me out. And yes, Dexter, Olivia Wilde in Skin Tight Black is a big saving grace of that movie. But he does not like Tron Legacy.
No, he does not. He said he's lost a little more respect for you, Miles. Tron Legacy was an abomination of the Tron name. I disagree.
Dexter, slow down. How much more respect could you possibly have for him?
Shut up. This guy has known me for like 10 years or more, so...
I rest my case.
Shut up. But no, I thought Tron was really cool. I mean, the original was it was ahead of its time, for one. And I mean, it's become a huge cult hit, but I thought the second one did nothing to besmirch the name of Tron. It gave people what they wanted. And
more Tron.
Yeah, more Tron. The one thing I think the film did not do well was go into the little assassin guy being Tron from the first film.
Yeah,
no, I think the reason they didn't do that is because they didn't want an Uncanny Valley Bruce Boxleitner.
Well, they did show his face like kind of towards the end, right?
No, it was towards the beginning. I think when he's talking, or in the middle when he's talking to his dad about what happened, and they're all walking together. But I think it'd be cool to show him his age and like how his dad has been corrupted and stuff. So like he would have aged. That would be kind of cool.
Easy fix, yeah. No, I hate that they probably spent millions of dollars to like make a weird young Jeff Bridges.
I mean, if that's your thing, man, I mean, it's like whatever.
That and the whole Jeff Bridges like
digital dude
continually saying man and you're ruining my zen. That shit kind of wore thin a little bit. But
he was digital dude in that movie, and it was hilarious. Oh man!
But I liked it. The every lady in that movie was looking good.
So Patrick, are you sure we don't have a game?
I can pull something up right now. In playing You Rather, what would you call it? Would They Rather, which is the website yourather.com, and you guys tell me what the majority of the internet voted. So I'm going to give you two options. You tell me which more people. Don't go to the website, Miles. Stop typing it in.
No, I'm.
Don't you dare.
I'm debating Tron Legacy with the Dexter.
Okay, so the first question,
We'll take this to Facebook.
I'm gonna give it to Drew. Drew,
The sign of any true warrior. We'll take this to Facebook.
Well, no, because I don't want to talk to him about this while I'm recording.
The fields of battle. Facebook.
I have a very important game that I spent no time in preparing, Miles. I think I've earned.
Did you spend as much time as Drew spent with Butt Sniffer?
I didn't have a game tonight. I was just gonna say we can have some fun.
Look, I can't help it that you guys didn't play along, so I blew all of my dog.
We didn't know we were supposed to do.
I don't know what you're talking about, Drew.
Ugh. Let's talk about this off air.
What would you rather do, Drew? This is for Drew. Would you rather eat a cup of baking soda and then do a shot of vinegar, or would you rather eat a pack of Mentos and then chug a Diet Coke?
I think the Mentos is what they said.
Yes, I think both are. I think the first would just be gross. I don't think it would be really that bad.
Right.
Yeah.
A cup of baking soda is a lot, though.
That is a lot of baking soda.
Yeah, I would throw up.
Obviously, it was 85% Mentos and Diet Coke. All right, so another foodie, Miles. Would you rather only eat stuffing for the rest of your life, or only drink gravy for the rest of your life?
Eat stuffing.
Eat stuffing?
I'm sorry. What is stuffing?
Stuffing is you stuff a bird with stuff.
Oh, you mean dressing, because that's what it's called.
In
dressing.
Where?
In everywhere.
No.
Dressing is what you put on salad, Drew.
No, it's dressing. It's turkey and dressing.
It's also called stuffing.
You damn Yankees can get out of my face.
I was born and raised in South Carolina. Don't give me that shit.
If you go to the store and get like the helper version of
oh no, I don't do that because I make a family recipe because that's what you do.
Does it say dressing on it? And you're like, what? That's not ranch.
Oh no,
that's not Thousand Island.
I think it's because they don't trust Northerners to make it, so they have to make a package.
Northerners. What? I don't even know how to debate this.
Let's move on with the game.
But obviously, Miles, people would rather eat whatever that was than drink gravy for the rest of their life because stuffing's delicious. Drew, would you rather eat a rotten raw steak or eat a human's cooked liver? Yeah, we're getting deep here. Cannibalism, or just some rancid meat.
I'm gonna go with the liver.
You sick fuck. But gladly, 61% of people on the internet also went that way.
There we go.
Liver is delicious. Cooked, uncooked.
I actually really like beef liver. I know I'm in the...
I don't like liver at all.
I think beef liver tastes good. Liver and onions, I'm cool with it. Chicken liver I've never really liked, but beef liver I can get down with.
Okay, I've never had beef liver. I've only had chicken liver, and I hated it.
All right, we got some more gross stuff, Miles, food-wise. Would you rather eat moldy toast, just one slice of it, or eat moldy grapes, a small bunch? What kind of mold would you dare sup upon?
Probably toast, because it wouldn't be as
would
pussy
they rather?
tasting.
You're going toast.
Yeah.
I would agree. I mean, I know I'm not guessing in this, but I would think that toast would be just because it's not like slimy or gushy.
63% agreed with you, obviously. Let's go. All right, let's get into some other hypotheticals. Drew, would you rather have the ability to teleport or be able to time travel? What did people say?
Oh, I know what I would say.
I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty tight one.
Yeah, I've got to go with what I would say just because of the butterfly effect. I would go with teleport. I'm hoping that others would say the same.
No, unfortunately, 51% of people are completely effing up the historic events of like I'm gonna have to remember a whole new line of presidents because of these dicks. 51% said time travel.
Yeah, I figured that'd be the case.
They're gonna go back and destroy butterflies and step on.
Oh, fiddlesticks! That's how we talk now because somebody went back in time and changed something.
Fiddlesticks indeed.
Pickles! That's all I can say now. That's cursing. That's actually really bad cursing. I'm glad we put this.
You sound like Kenneth from 30 Rock.
No,
pickle sticks.
Cinnamon and gravy. Oh, that was bad. Really glad we got that explicit tag now, guys. Time travelers, changing everything.
Okay, Miles. Whew, this is a rough one, Miles. Would you rather, or would they rather, get a paper cut on their hand once a week, or have one foot fall asleep every third hour for 30 minutes at a time? So,
that's tough.
doing the math at home, that's 8 times a day for a maximum of like 4 hours.
I would assume they would rather have their foot fall asleep.
That's where you're going with. Ooh, let's see. Ooh, unfortunately, it's 62% paper cut on your hand once a week.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I would do.
No way. I hate paper cuts.
Obviously they stink, but you know what also stinks? Having pins and needles in your foot for like any period of time, let alone a half hour, let alone 8 times a day. All right, Drew, this is your game to lose now. I'm gonna get a great question for you. Wait, did you get the last one right?
No.
Oh no, everyone. Oh, it's still tied up. God damn it.
Yes, I got that right.
I just marked you as. All right, so would they rather have unlimited money but no access to women, like they're just not around, or be surrounded?
The other one. It's the other one.
Be surrounded by women but be poor.
It's the other one.
Is that what you're going with? Drew?
Yeah,
what are your women?
The women. Be surrounded by women but no money.
Pretty close. It's 54%. Be surrounded by women but be poor. That's like, it wasn't just like be ugly and have a lot of money, because we all know all he needs money. You have a lot of money. Like, look at some of
look at me.
millionaires' wives. All right, Miles.
Mm-hmm.
Miles, your game to lose here. There's so many food ones. All right. Would you rather play GoldenEye N64 or play Halo Xbox? This is a tough one. Which would they rather? Halo,
I feel like the internet would
GoldenEye.
say GoldenEye to sound cool.
Well, these are anonymous. Like you don't know what.
Yeah, but I feel like people would want GoldenEye to win.
Is that where you're going for?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that one.
Miles, it was 64% Halo.
Really?
Yeah. We haven't had a GoldenEye game in like,
I know, but I was relying on people kind of having that kind of hipster mentality of like, oh, GoldenEye was so great when it's not actually that great of a game.
All right, Drew. This is gonna clinch the lead for you if you can get this. Would they rather only speak in haiku or only speak in song lyrics? And I would like your answer, please, to be in either a haiku or a song lyric. The tension is so loud you can hear a pin drop. That was just a pin in Miles' room. That was not a massive Bowie knife he uses to hunt his enemies.
Loud noises, alarm. I really don't know. Answer.
That is my favorite song ever, Drew. I love.
Yeah, it sounds actually like Shatner, what it sounds like.
Are you going with?
Second one, please.
Wait, are you going? I'm so confused. Are you going with haiku?
He's going with song lyrics.
But you said a haiku. It seems like you're covering your base.
You told him he could answer any way he wanted to.
Just give it the points.
I I will give you points because that was pretty good haiku. It was 73% song lyrics. 73%. All right, so Miles, this last one is going to be worth 50 points. So it's anyone's game. Beep, bop, boop. Would you, or would they, Miles, rather eat their own hand or eat a loved one's eye? Singular. Eyeball. Eat your own hand.
I would say eye, because you just pop it in there and swallow.
Eye. Oh, Miles, 3 wrong in a row.
Oh,
really?
Eat your own hand.
People would rather eat their own hand?
Are you gonna eat your mother's eye? Is that what's happening?
She's not going to be around for much longer.
My
Wow.
mother's eyes are terrible. She'd probably be okay if I just took
Yeah.
Would you have eaten an eyeball too? Ugh.
I mean,
64%.
eating your own hand?
I'm just giving that. You just gave the game to Drew. Drew, you are a winner this week.
Thank you. In more ways than one. So we're going to end the show there on a high note, me winning.
I know for you, Miles is crestfallen. Look at
Me
him.
just conquering the gentleman conqueror, Drew. The god
your name in high
among
school.
men, the king among peasants, the answerer among those who have no answers, Drew. With that, I bid you, the obscure reference audience,
Deuces and gooses.